Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Women Are Worthy Network. We want to thank everyone for tuning in. You could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here. So we thank you for supporting the channel. We thank you for your cash apps. We thank you for your email. For those of you who are tuning in, or if you're new to the channel, I created this channel because I got sick and tired of all the negativity that was going on in the world. And, we're constantly saying female empowerment, girl power. But I wanted to create a safe space in my space where all we're talking about is positivity. Women who are doing amazing things. Guys, we're not exclusive to men. We interview you, we have conversations as well. But let me continue the story. I would talk to young kids and I would ask them who's their role model. And they would tell me Beyonce, Jay-Z, Lady Gaga, but they could not name someone in their community, in their business community, or when they're going to school, or even in their household. So I said, you know what? Why don't I create a show and just highlight people who are doing phenomenal things in the community where other people, may have overlooked them because they're not celebrities, so to speak. But they are celebrities. They sign, they do autographs. And, if someone says, what do you mean autographs? Yes, they do autographs because if you're signing a check to pay a bill, that's your autograph. So today we have on our show, we have Dr. Angelina. She's an entrepreneur and she's triple board certified surgeon in cosmetic surgery. Dr. Angelina immigrated from Russia to Ohio at the age of 15. So she's very involved in women's empowerment, body positive. It's going to be an engaging conversation because we're talking about cosmetic surgery, and people are thinking, how can a plastic so in their minds, a lot of people don't use the word cosmetic surgery. People refer to it as cosmetic surgery, or and we're going to have her to talk to us what's the difference. So with that said, we decided we're going to talk about women empowerment and body positivity because look, if I see another person getting butt shots and their waist is this tiny and their booty is like, from here to here, we want to talk about that. And I'm not against anyone who wants to do cosmetic surgery or plastic surgery. Anything anything that's going to make you feel better about yourself. So let me say that again. I'm not against plastic surgery. If this is going to make you feel better about yourself, go ahead and do it. But make sure you find a board certified, surgeon. Make sure you're going to someone who's board certified and get references. So the Women Are Worthy Network, we want to welcome Dr. Angelina. Hello, Dr. Angelina.
Hello. The
How
mic's
are
not
you?
freezing out.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you. And be
Okay.
patient. I'm about to park.
Okay. Well, I don't need you to look into the camera. I just need you to keep driving until you get ready to park.
Oh, I'm
Well,
fine.
Dr. Angelina, my question to you is, why did you choose cosmetic surgery?
It chose me.
How?
Um, what happened was I started off as a general surgeon, and I was like cosmetic aspect of any treatments in the past, but I started off as a general surgeon. That's the surgeon that would see you for any emergency in a hospital, do your gallbladders and hernias and trauma and all that stuff. And then when we opened private practice with my husband, and we started doing a lot of weight loss surgery, and also I was the only female surgeon in the area, so I was doing a lot of breast surgery as well for cancer and things like that. People started coming up to me asking for cosmetic surgery. They were asking for breast reduction. I could do breast surgery for cancer, but they're like, well, can't you do one for non-cancer? I'm like, well, I could, but I just, because normally it's not something you do. And then as people started losing weight with the procedures that my husband was doing, they were coming up to me asking for body lifts and all the mommy makeovers. So I went back and I did another year of fellowship to get my board certification in cosmetic surgery. And that's how it started. Obviously, I had to like what I do to do that.
What can you tell
But
us?
that
Because
kind of was.
can you tell us the difference between plastic surgeon and cosmetic surgery?
I believe it's an interchangeable term. Plastic surgeons and plastic surgery fellowship is a specialized training where they do a lot of reconstructive surgery. They do a lot of burn surgery and wound surgery. And of course, the same surgeons would apply those techniques for cosmetic surgery. About 30, 40 years ago, there was a group of surgeons that decided to just organize their own board certification and own just pure cosmetic. Like they don't do reconstructive stuff in the hospital. They just do cosmetics. So breast reduction, breast lifts, implants,
Mm.
um, tummy surgery, leg surgery, skin surgery, all of this stuff. So it's a whole field that it's really intertwined. What you have to be careful with, because you mentioned making sure going to, because board certified cosmetic or plastic surgeon, a lot of doctors will say they're cosmetic doctors or cosmetic surgeons, but they're not they might not be even be a surgeon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm triple board I have a general surgery certification and board certification and training. I have critical care, which means I can take care of the sickest of the sick. And then I have an additional year of cosmetic surgery, like where I just did thousands of cases in a year, cosmetic only. Um, Other people who are non-surgeons, that could be doing it more for I don't know about the background noise. Are you okay with that? Is it just me?
Yeah, it's no, I can hear it. I can hear it. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
It's okay. Okay, sorry. I was like, I'm not driving. I'm sitting in the same place. So basically, you want to make sure it's not just like a family doctor or like a non-surgeon who just did like a weekend training.
Well, what I did was I used to work with plastic surgeons and cosmetic surgery doctors. So that's why I know a lot of these things, because here's the thing. A lot of people will go into a dermatologist, and the dermatologist will say they can, they can do this. They other than the most other than the most surgery, they will say that they can do the butt shots and other things. So
And
and
liposuction and
oh my
everything. Yeah.
God, don't get me started, because I'm working with a young lady right now. She went to a dermatologist and she had liposuction. It's a nightmare. So I don't even want to go there. But that's why people need to do your research. Make sure that you get a referral. Make sure you also check yourself. There's websites, there's things you can do to check on, yourself. So don't just get let into it. So here's my question to you, Dr. Angelina. How does one, because so many women may want to get plastic surgery, or let's say cosmetic surgery, because it is interchangeable, but they feel like they feel their self-esteem, because when some women have self-esteem issues, especially the mommy makeovers, how can they wrestle with the idea, being a woman yourself, that it's okay to get it done if this is what you want to do?
Well, number one, you're doing it for yourself. That's a big aspect of our evaluation. You don't do just to do it. You want to make sure we're doing it for the right reasons. If I have somebody hovering over a patient with them, sometimes somebody else comes with them, and we have couples like that, or it could be even like mother child, even though it's like adult people. But sometimes it's kind of like, okay, who wants you to have this done? Is this yours? Is this other person? Or I had a couple one time arguing over size of the implant. She's like, I just want like, this much. And he's like, no, go bigger. And like, I'm paying for it. You get big. I was like, look, get out of my office.
Mhm. Yeah, you're freezing up again. You froze.
I'm
You did.
sorry. I'm not moving.
It's the,
I'm in a good
what it is.
place.
It's the Wi-Fi. It's the Wi-Fi. So it's the
Mm-hmm.
area. So what made you
Mm-hmm.
decide to cover topics like body positivity and women empowerment?
Well, it's part of my job. I think a lot of women do come to me for either weight loss or surgery. And if I ask them why is this you trying to do this? And it's always like, well, how somebody else looks at me. So I was like, no, 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 no. How do you look at yourself? Because that's what it's do you like it? I have women coming in from other places where They went for consult about their breast, but like, oh look, you have all this cellulite on the butt. Let's suck fat here and put do the BBL. And now she's all upset about her butt. And I'm like, wait, did you like your butt before? She's like, yes. I'm like, well, just leave it the hell alone. Leave it alone. Don't touch your butt. So I'm half the time my patients know it's actually going to talk them out of surgery because I want them to do it for the right reasons.
Yes, yes. And that's what I like about you, because I've heard this about you without you knowing, because I have been doing some research on you, former patients. And what I want to say is, you know, I'm not being sexist, but for me, I would rather have a female surgeon talk to me, help me. Not saying the guys are bad, but you have boobs like me. You understand. You're relatable, and you're one of those doctors, as you said. You're talking people out of surgery. That's money. So it proves to people that you're not about the money. You're about what is it that you want. Not because I've been in scenarios where the guy's paying for it and the woman wants to go up, but he wants her to go up another cup, and he walks out. It was ridiculous. So I understand what you're saying about that. What is it about your profession that you love?
Well, we do it varies. Back in the day when I was doing all the trauma surgery, I was literally saving people's lives. So that was obviously something very rewarding. Now I mean, sometimes even right now with cosmetic surgery, you don't think you're saving people's lives like acutely, but I think some patients almost feel like that's a
Mm-hmm.
thing. I had patients cry after tummy tuck surgeries because we helped them lose weight, and now we did all this tummy tuck
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and they're like, oh my god, this is the first time I've seen my waist in like since I was 13. So it's always happy tears. Breast reduction patients, they get so happy because they've been having girls who get large breasts. A lot of times it's like 13-year-old 14-year-old, boom, over summertime, right? When finished the 5th grade in like A cup, and you started your 6th grade in double D's, right? Because periods started, and now all of a sudden you like carrying this baggage basically on your shoulders for years and years and years, and there's like stigma about it too, right? You're too small, everybody makes fun of you. Too big, people make fun of you. Like, it's always you know
Something.
I apologize, I had a phone call through. um I'm still okay here, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. um 1 second, let me can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I cannot hear you for some reason. Let me turn off this phone. 1 second, I'm gonna break the connection. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Much better. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Um, I'm sorry. Fix it up. So I just want to make sure that people don't listen to others. They do what's good for them, and that's my main kind of thing that I always like. I just repeat it over and over with my patients. What's gonna make you happy when you look in the mirror, when I want people to appreciate their body for what they are, even if they're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody has
Right.
that. It's a
Right.
pretend.
And I think it
Um,
doesn't help when you're watching these celebrity shows, like, whether they're watching um, these women who are Lebanese. I'm not going to say their names on my show. And, it's a family of sisters. And you hear a lot of women are saying, I want to look like this. I want to look like that. When you can't look like that, because half the time, one of the sisters mentions that she wears 3 waist trainers. Well, what happened? I think she got kicked out, y'all. We're gonna have to redo this show, because this is gonna be, I'm telling you, we're hitting into an interesting conversation. So we're gonna redo the show. We're going to rebroadcast the show on another date. So thank you for tuning into the Women Are Worthy Network, because she's having some issues with her phone. She's outside, she's not at home. Bye.